Hey, boys and girls. Melon Man here. Melon Man. Start there. Who is the Melon Man anyways? Why do you call yourself the Melon Man? Sometimes people ask me that. I got to tell you why I call myself the Melon Man and why I started to call myself the Melon Man. I started to call myself the Melon Man because I went 90 days on eating nothing but melons. Cantaloupes, orange melon, mostly. Melons every single day for 90 days. Yes, your body can survive on melons alone. Can you believe it? I tell you, the body over 40, you know why you're gaining weight? They say it's because your metabolism is slowing down. I know. They say you need to speed up your metabolism by lifting more weights and eating less food. And specifically, they'll tell you that you need to eat more proteins and fats. That's what they tell you. I'm telling you, this is what they tell you. I used to tell people this. I told people that for 25 years. Over 40, if your body's gaining weight, okay, you know what it is? Your body's getting toxic. And the weight can go away, and the pain in the body. Do you have pain in your body? The pain in your body can go away. Have you got digestive problems? Have you got sleep problems? Have you got anxiety, depression? Are you having problems with your mood? Are you having frustration, anger, sadness? Are you on medication, getting into some chronic medications? Have you got that Candida thing, the yeast infections? Are you having this? Right? So many of these things are reoccurring in so many of our lives. So many people are using Tums, digestive problems like acidic stomachs, right? These are all the same thing. It's all the same thing. The toxicity is reaching a critical point in your body, and it's manifesting in each one of us in different things. Some people are getting headaches. Some people are having skin issues, and some people are gaining weight. It's all the same stuff. Hey, look who I've got here with me today.
What's that, sorry?
Jillian's here. Finally, I get to talk to her. Man, I've been trying to talk to her ever since we got together at the New Year's retreat.
The Blue Mountain excursion.
A Blue Mountain excursion. It was fantastic. I had a fantastic time. Actually, I cried.
Yeah, you did. You had like a bawling session.
I'm bawling like a maniac.
It was
I thought she knew. She didn't really know. I had to explain to her that I was bawling like a maniac. But what a transformation for me, and what a fantastic time for me. It was a blast.
Yeah, it was so good.
Finally, I've got her back on the call. I've got her back to talk to her. Jillian, who are you? What are you? What tell me about you?
Who am I?
Remind me.
Who am I is heart, powerhouse, and synergy. Actually, humor, synergy, powerhouse, and humor. Actually, I can keep going on. I'm just like fixing my sweater as I talk to you.
Go ahead, fix your sweater, pull it all together.
Great. I haven't eaten at all today, like anything yet. I'm about to start eating. I've been doing really good with the intermittent fasting, actually, like really good. I've been sick. I got super sick.
I know.
For 2 weeks, which was beautiful. I've had some of the deepest realizations about myself in the last 2 weeks. No kidding. Really, really, really good. Some of the core things that I didn't know I was holding on to. So I'm feeling very blessed because I'm at this big transition point too of just moving into the best of the best of the best situation.
So just to touch on that a little bit, would you say then that your body kind of released some shadow stuff, some emotional stuff, some negative stuff, some thought, word, emotion, things that were limiting you?
Oh, for sure.
You did.
I think it's been a combination of so many things helping to support that. I feel like it's in part food. I feel like it's in part that with the beginning of this year, I stepped into this new energy of offering packages and working with women in a different way.
So changing your work, some clarity with regards to what you wanted to do with your work. Your most important thing for you is, you know, the thing you're passionate about, your work. You made some clear decisions about that.
Yeah, I've made some super clear decisions about it. And I also was really blessed because I started off the new year singing like my own kind of song in front of a couple hundred people. And that was a first experience.
Something that you're really passionate about. You sang something you love, something that's right inside your soul, your voice.
So I feel
like you were sharing that.
Building all this like really big energy around like who I am, and like just like I'm not this function of Jillian from 2 months ago. I'm not this Jillian who whatever was slacking or not really putting herself out there in the way that
Afraid?
Yeah, I think there's some fear stuff for sure that's being purged big time, of just like getting more unmessable with, you know, like, and just really choosing flow states. Like I have some things going on right now where it's like I'm letting go of a partnership with work that's just not working.
Letting go of some partnership at work, singing your passion, getting clear about what you want to create. All of this has happened in the last couple, 2-3 weeks. We went to the retreat. You started to come down with it at the retreat. After we did a detox, we did 10 hours in and out of the hot, cold, 10 hours.
Yeah, 10 hours.
10 hours of going from the sauna. And when you're sitting in the sauna, you're detoxifying your body. Massive detox. And then you went through a 2 week of illness, sickness, emotional stuff coming out, thought word clarity coming out. So a purging of some shadow, purging of some emotional stuff that had to come out. And there's a bit of a downside. You got sick and you weren't well and you had to lay down and you had to be in bed and you had to be under the covers and keep yourself warm and just be quiet. And I was trying to reach you. You couldn't talk to me. You couldn't connect with me. We couldn't meet. Like you couldn't pull it together for a bit. You had to just work on. That's what happens. And that's okay. And that's okay. And that's a part of it. It's all a part of healing.
Yeah.
Clarity, decision, choice, putting yourself out there, making some decisions, choosing a direction, getting some goals, getting some clarity. It's all a part of it. And now you're saying you've got some more clarity about what you want, about what you want to create, about where you want to go. And you're feeling stronger and better. So you feel like the being's been upgraded because you've dealt with some stuff.
Oh yeah. Seeing things like laser clear, like just my antenna and my like senses are so much more sharp. My sleep is a little bit like weird. Like it's like I feel like I'm getting away with like 5 hours some days and then 10 hours other days.
Some days you need a little more and then some days you're okay. And then some days you gotta have it. Some days you may be up thinking about something. You may be needing to meditate. It's waking you up to meditate. Your body wants to think and process something. And then sometimes it needs to really just sleep and you just need 8-10 hours. Like,
like I've been doing like, every time I sit down for a writing session, this is not normal for me. I'm writing like 20 pages of insights, like
it's just nonstop coming out of you, like you just can't stop it.
No, I can't. And I'm like astounded by the depth. Like I'm like, this journal is like half full and I just got it and it's insane. And this is from 3 writing sessions. So it's kind of blowing my mind at how that's like shifted.
I wake up in the morning and just write things often and something will just come out of me like, where did that come from, right? Awesome.
So it's super cool. Yeah, awesome. I really like that actually a lot. And,
awesome.
So the only thing the things that I've been diligent with like, okay, like, actually, you know what else was crazy? I got to share this with you. This is really cool. I've had things in my house that I have not been able to get rid of for 10 years that I got rid of literally like 4 garbage bags full of stuff, plus another couple of trunks of things.
Purge some things from your life.
Tons of shit. This weekend was crazy. Like my house right now, like is so immaculately clean. I know where like everything is. Like I know what's going on with all my stuff. It's like
clear, cleaned everything.
So clear.
Cleaned yourself out. So Jillian, we got to talk about like you're a holistic nutritionist,
clinical iridologist. Yeah. Registered orthomolecular health practitioner, if we want to. It's an ROHP. It's basically like knowing like how to use like high dose nutrients to do different things to the body. And
you're an herbalist.
An herbalist. Yeah. Herbalist is the main thing that's like unique to me.
Yeah.
You know, comparatively to the
and I'm really keen on meshing with you to bring forward herbs and vitamins and minerals. Probably not vitamins and minerals. I'm not sure what you call those things. All of those things. You're more technically correct to describe it, but I want to bring forward some of the things that you're doing into my audience, and I want to start sharing you and what you do with my audience and my network. So that's why I really want people to understand a little bit about who you are, what you are, and where you're going. Are you also like, can someone that has nutrition, like if they have nutrition in their work health benefits, can they use those dollars to come and see you?
Yeah, some of them can. Yeah, there's I would say like 1/4 of all clients who see me are covered for registered, because I'm considered a registered nutritionist, right?
You're a registered nutritionist.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So I could refer people to you that had nutrition packages, because sometimes people say like they have nutrition packages. Like I have a physiotherapist that I work with in association with my program to activate work health benefits for physiotherapy. I'm just setting up with a chiropractor to do that as well too. And I'm setting up with a massage therapist to do that. And I want you to be the nutritionist that I'm working with to do that as well too, so that I have an association of people that I can access and refer to for work that for people that have those benefit coverage plans in their packages. I want to be able to refer them to people that I believe are real solid experts who have a real clear vision of nutrition, but also understand how there's something more to nutrition than maybe what we even learned.
Yeah.
Because we don't learn about fasting and nutrition.
No, we don't.
We only learn about the nutrients. Like this is what they teach us in school, is that we get our health from attaining certain nutrients. And you're telling me right now that you're feeling benefits from fasting.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really make a lot of sense according to what the nutritionists teach.
Right.
That's a bit backwards.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
The world kind of teaches us kind of backwards. This is kind of the 3-dimensional reality. Like when you get out into 3D, our infiniteness kind of loses something. It breaks down a little bit when it comes out into the world. So if you're educated as a nutritionist, I mean, I was educated in nutrition as a kinesiologist, and psychology was my background. So I had that science stuff, and I have that science stuff, but I take that with a little grain of salt now.
Hell yeah.
I refer to it, but the clinical, in the field, real day-to-day experience, what I've learned from myself and what I've learned from working with thousands and thousands of people is that what we really learn isn't really transfer into real life success.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you really want to be successful, you're going to have to kind of take what you learned, get into the field, and then kind of grow a little bit more mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I think. They certainly didn't teach us about spirit in school.
No.
No metaphysics. No, get all that out of there. That's all the bad stuff. Woo-woo. Don't talk about that. That's not important. That's not important. Now, Jillian, what's your goal now then? I mean, I know you got some business goals. I definitely want to start, clearly working with you on the herbs. I would love to do some workouts with you, some yoga sessions with you. I'd love to create some sort of a workout product in kind of tandem with you, some sort of like 6-week program or a 12-week program or a get started kind of program. I'd love to do some workout videos with you. I'd love to do something with that. I'd love to do something with your tea. I'd love to talk to you about that. I know you're into the plant medicines. I would love to start teasing that out of you and sharing that a little bit. I think that's really valuable for people. I think a lot of people need these things for healing. I've benefited from plant medicine. It's important. And at the same time, it's important to not get stuck in plant medicine. Lots of benefits to lots of different plant medicines, but we don't want to get stuck on anything, because the truth is health and healing is not something outside of the self. Something outside of the self can help us move forward a little bit sometimes, but then we've got to process and make the change within and find that energy and healing power within.
Yeah. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm just like getting a little message, and I just got to message the client that I'm
No problem. You can take care of that. I'm going to say, I know you talked about, you've got some, breatharian goals. I know you've got some fitness goals. So I want to kind of have a chance today to talk to you about, what you really want to do. I really also wanted to introduce you again to everyone that I know. And I wanted to just foreshadow a little bit about what we've got in the pipeline coming down for the future in the next 3 months. I want to see us working together a little bit more. So I just wanted to foreshadow that. But I do want to make this be today about, what you want and where you want to go and what's the, most important things to you right now. And it's all about, first getting a thought in our mind. And then the next bit is we got to start speaking it out, because when we put it out, we make ourselves accountable. And when we say it, we speak those words over ourselves, and we take it from a thought, a vibrational thought, into a sound. And that is a different frequency. And when we start speaking it out into our world, we hear it, and we're tuning ourselves to it. And you're also making yourself accountable to somebody. So when you start talking about what you want, some clarity about what you want, you're saying it out to somebody that's going to support you to help you bring it forward. We got to start thinking and talking about what we want. And then from there, then we turn it into what are the action steps. So we got to think it. You've had a couple of weeks to think it out since the retreat. It's been 3 weeks. Now we got to start talking about what you want. And then we got to talk about what the action steps really need to be in order for you to bring that into reality.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, so like regarding like my body, my health right now, like what I really want is just having you as somebody that I'm speaking to, where I'm accountable to eating like 100% whole foods, for example. So like just really being clear, and like my food's been great overall, but I have had like some chocolates, I've had like some candies.
So you want to clean up the nutrition.
I want to clean up my nutrition, and I want to get like, I want to be able to do like, 1 day full water fast, or be able to work towards like a 3-day water fast even. Awesome.
So with the nutrition, what I want you to do is, have you got the Fitness Pal app? Have you downloaded that?
No, I have not downloaded
Okay, so I want you to get that on your mobile device. Get the Fitness Pal app on your mobile device, because that's what I use to get people to start tracking their food. If you can download the app and you start tracking your food in there, and then at the end of the week, you can give me your username and password, and that's how I can hold you accountable to the food. I want you to weigh in. I don't know if you want to come in and weigh in on my scale or if you want to use your scale, but if you come in here, we can weigh you and measure you and find out where your starting point is, and then you start tracking your food, and then each week you can report your weight to me, give me your username and password, and we can see what's happening with regards to, this is the food I'm eating, this is the result it's causing, is it the result that I want? And if not, then maybe we're going to have to take a look and maybe tweak that food a little bit. But then we can also talk about what you're feeling like. I feel like I need to eat chocolate, or I'm not able to stick with this. Like, it's not satisfying me. And those, it could be that it could be caloric, it could be psychological, it could be emotional, and we need to figure out what it is. And it could be just that I'm working out too much. I could be working out too heavy. What's going on with the exercise right now? I'd love to get you in for a workout. I'd love to do a video workout with you.
I actually ended up working out with my friend on Sunday, and I did it was like 80 pounds, 4 sets of front squats. I did leg extensions, and then I proceeded to do 10 minutes of kettlebell swings. So with it was like 1 full minute and then like a 20-second rest. So I did over 150 kettlebell swings of 25 pounds. So just simple like hip thrusts. So that really like got me. Like my legs today are like, I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah. Oh, you got your legs in.
Yeah. My legs are feeling very satisfied. My glutes are still in pain. I've been trying to do some more foam rolling. My goal with my fitness is like, basically I want to always be in like photograph ready mode, right? Because I want to be doing more photo shoots for promotions of what I'm offering with regards to the body shaping. So I think even like right now, like waist wise, like this is me not flexed. So it's like I'd like to be like a bit more cut.
You're good. You don't need to be more, but if you want to, yes, we can go a little leaner if you want to, right? But if we start working on the fasting and getting those chocolates out, cleaning it up and making you a little more accountable, if you know that I'm watching, then that's going to help you to clean up the food a little bit, right?
Yeah, I feel like I know that I love working out. Like I want to be actually working out like 4 days a week, even if like 3 of them are weight training and then one or two yoga sessions a week. I did a yoga session yesterday.
If you're slamming your body like how you just talked about on the weekend, then you're not going to need to do 4 workouts. But if you were to kind of reduce the intensity a little bit of the workout, you could still get massive result, all the results you need, without slamming yourself that much. I would love to get you in for a more conscious workout rather than the same old kind of bodybuilding workouts that everyone's been doing in the gym.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm open to doing workouts. Yeah, and like what I see for myself too, I feel like there is an attachment or an interest in like growing my body. Do you know what I mean? Like being another 5 to 10 pounds more of muscle potentially. So I'm not as concerned about losing or cutting. Like I'm more concerned about just shaping my body, building up the muscle more, feeling like an energetic powerhouse, right? So being accountable to meditating every day. You know what I mean? Being accountable to doing breath work. I have Jake coming over at 3 o'clock to actually do some stuff with me. Being accountable to eating like, even if it's like 50% raw foods or like 50% like super, super clean eating overall. And I want to know like from you and experience from you, all your fasting knowledge and all of your knowledge around, breatharianism and How do I keep my thoughts sorted? Because I noticed too, something that's been really huge the last couple of weeks is I'm shifting out of my mind into my heart. And I want to be able to know how to stay there and sustain it, because I just see so clearly how like I block my heart because I'm very empathic and sensitive, and then it prevents me from connecting to people, right? The same way that I could be. And I'm just seeing really clearly the impact on other people of my own inauthenticity of putting up walls. So I'm like, I think too much, I overthink too much. I don't want to be in this headspace. I think that's why I like the breatharianism, is there's something about it connecting into the heart more that really draws me, right? So being more of the spirit.
This is the meditation. This is the meditation, Jillian. This is the meditation aspect. And I would love to do a guided meditation with you. We should do a yoga and a guided meditation. There's two meditations that I like to teach. One is the I am meditation, which is centering you in your power. It's a power centering meditation. And then I also like to teach a love and kindness meditation, which is how we're interacting with our world. I think these are the two foundational meditations that I think you should know, and that you should spend some time practicing both of them. I think these are important to know how to do them well. And I think a guided meditation session would be awesome to do that. I am going to be doing a yoga and meditation on February 2nd. It's a Sunday morning at 9 a.m. I don't know if you can join in for that, or we can just set up a time that just fits, that we could just do it, the two of us, at another time in the afternoon. We can arrange that. So either way, whether we get you in for when I am going to do it, I'm going to do it 6 Sundays in a row. February 2nd is the first one, and I'm going to go 6 consecutive Sundays, 6 weeks. I'm going to be doing yoga and meditation. And
awesome.
I tell people that healing body life is a detoxification, so a removal of toxic elements. And when there's toxic elements in the body, there is always a physical aspect to it, a psychological aspect to it, an emotional aspect to it, and a spiritual aspect to it, right? And so we cannot heal all of it just by detoxification. The water fast is awesome. Dry fast is awesome. But even you could dry fast all you want. If you don't manage the emotional stuff, the shadow stuff, the mental stuff, it's not just to go for a 3-day water fast or a 3-day dry fast. You can't detoxify yourself solely just from removing the physical toxins. There's emotional and mental stuff that's got to go too. And we have to intend it away. We have to choose it, recognize it's there, know it's there, and intend to release it. It's the only way it goes. Intention has to be in alignment. And then when we get into that meditative space and we can find that quiet mind, which is not a thinking mind, we got to get out of the busy mind to get into that quiet space, that space of being. That space of being is not a thinking space. And then to feel that and know that in the body, and to be able to stay there more often. Because it's to be able to meet more of our life, not thinking, but really meeting the life being. So a circumstance can be happening around you that could be making you anxious if you stay in thought about it. But if you can separate from you that that's happening in 3D reality right now, but I am not that 3D thing. I am not just body. That there is more to me than what's happening in my 3D space. My body is my 3D bit. My finances are part of my 3D bit. My relationship are a part of my 3D bit. But that is not who and what I am. That I am beyond that. I am more than that. That is the I am meditation.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the I am the power in my life meditation. And so that is strengthening you. And then there's that loving kindness meditation, the loving kindness giving out to others. These are the two meditations that we need to know and we need to be proficient in and we need to be able to have in our toolbox to do on a day-to-day basis. And at the start, we need to be guided a bit until we can actually take that template and turn it into our own personal meditation. I don't need to listen to somebody to do it anymore. I can do it for myself. I can mix and match both of them. I can come into my power and then I can put my power out.
Nice.
Right? So it's to learn those templates to start, which are traditional, original templates, set forth from sages from the past that have been given to us that we can learn. But then once you've learned the template, we can put it into our own self and our own words, and we can make it personal. We can personalize it, and we can use it in our practice. You can use it with your clients, and I share it the same thing with my clients. But it's not just something that I'm just making up. It has an original past sage history to it.
Wow.
Right? We have to learn the history to learn the tradition and then personalize the tradition to bring it forth into 2020 for our customers, right?
Yeah.
Bringing that to be bringing the universal energy that's always been here and the original teachings on how to connect with it, and then to now take it to the more personal about how do I make it connect in my life best. The meditation is the way. So I tell people there's 4 bits to it. One is the exercise. And the broken bit with the exercise is that we've got to annihilate the body. This is not true. And the other broken bit with the exercise is that I need to be more than I am. I need to be bigger. I need to be stronger. I need to be leaner. I need to be sexier. I need to be more. I need to be smaller. First of all, I need to love me. And my exercise doesn't need to annihilate me. It needs to help me to come back to my center. So it needs to be conscious exercise. That's what I teach. It's not about annihilating the body. Let's bring you to your very best you, whatever that is. Not what society tells you that it is. Not what the magazine tells you that it is. Not what the television, the media tell us what it is. Our boyfriend tells us what it is. Not what our girlfriends say it is. Not what anybody else says or thinks, but what I am. My very best me. I need to be more conscious to find it. I need to come into conscious exercise, not annihilation exercise. The second thing is the nutrition. And it's not what we've learned about nutrition. We can borrow what we've learned, but if we really want to come to our very best, we have to recognize it. You said it. I want to go towards raw food a little bit more. Because you know what, Julian, all of the energy and power that's here comes from the sun. It comes from the sun and it goes into the trees and from the leaves, photosynthesis creates a fruit or a vegetable, and we eat the fruits and the vegetable. That's the first food, the fruits and the vegetables. And the more that the fruits and the vegetables are cooked or processed, we're dividing ourselves from the true source of energy, which is our sun. That's the seed. The seed energy is the sun. We need to eat the first foods. The fruits and the vegetables are the first foods that come from the sun. Those are the ones that are going to bring us to our very best self. Those cooked foods, we're taking the food, the fruits and vegetables, and now we're cooking them. We're cooking the life force energy out of the food. So it doesn't mean we can't eat cooked food. It doesn't mean that cooked food has no place. But what we need is we need to have more raw food life, and we allow ourselves to have the cooked food on the weekend. So if we said Monday to Friday, I'm going to commit to eating mostly raw food, maybe one meal a day that's got cooked or processed foods in it. Maybe one meal of the day that has proteins or dairies in it. Maybe one meal of the day that has fats focused in proteins. And the rest of the day is going to be mostly raw foods and cooked raw foods and fruits and vegetables. Monday to Friday. Then on Friday night, okay, I'm going out with my girlfriend. Saturday night, I'm going out with my boyfriend. And Sunday, I'm eating dinner with my family. I'm gonna have some meats. I'm gonna have some dairy. I'm gonna have some treats.
Well, right now, like I'm actually doing. So I had a day in December where for a week straight I had like 7 burgers, right? And I hadn't touched a meat in like 4 months. So right now, like I'm on like more vegetarian, but not eating cheese and not having milk. Literally the only dairy right now I'm eating is butter and cottage cheese.
Nice.
Right? So I'm already I've already made that shift. I'm not trying, I have made that shift. And I want to sustain it because I want to see how far I can take it. Like if I could have my only animal source of protein even be cottage cheese and eggs, I think I'd be more than fine. But even then,
Whoa.
I'd like to find a cleaner source of cottage cheese even then than what I'm having.
Yeah, I find I can do it with hummus and nuts, peanut butter, almond butter.
Peanut butter and almond butter. You're making me hungry, and now I want that. Yeah, and I think too, like just getting more like I need to sit down with your emails and do a grocery shop and just get a bunch of stuff. So then I've got like my meals planned, because for me, I'm really big into sauces and tempeh, like things to add to work out. But if I was to do more raw food, for example, like I'd say a large part of my diet is like rice or brown rice, noodles.
So if we put that for one meal a day.
But then it's like, but what am I going to eat that's going to be like satisfying the caloric intake? Or do I get myself?
This is it. This is maybe where we're going to be letting go of that thought about the calories in and the calories out. Because the body can go beyond calories in and calories out, but not when we're doing these annihilation workouts. Because when we're doing the annihilation workouts, it drives up the appetite out of control, and now we can't manage the diet because we're doing these annihilation workouts. So that's why I say the workout needs to be conscious and not annihilation. And that's what typically a big mistake that people are making, is that they're trying to work out too hard and too heavy because that's what's right and that's what's good and that's what's better, because that's what the magazine says and that's what the fitness girls are doing and that's what the bodybuilders are doing and that's what the bodybuilder said and that's what my personal trainer said. And hey, you know what? That works to a point. That calories in, calories out thing, it works to a point, and then you hit a sticking point and you realize you're going to have to change the way you're engaging with this. It's not working anymore. I got to change the way I'm living my life.
I guess right away what comes up for me is like I love like that was totally an annihilation workout, and I haven't done that intense of a workout in fucking forever, but I loved doing it. Like it was so fun for me. And to be honest, it's not even like I'm that sore. Like, yeah, I was sore the next day, but to be honest, how some people I know would feel after that
workout. I was 25 years old. I was doing them multiple times a day. How old are you, Jillian?
26.
Yeah. When I was your age, I was doing them like crazy. So I understand. And you may still be at the point where you want to pursue that more. And that's where you're a little bit divided.
Okay.
That's where you haven't made a decision yet. Am I going this way or am I going that way? That's the decision that hasn't been made yet, right? And I would like to show you what a conscious workout is so that you can know what it is.
Okay, sure.
I'd like to do a meditation and yoga with you so you can know what I'm talking about before, so you can compare and say, okay, now I see this, now I see that. Because I know the bodybuilding stuff and I loved it myself. I know the fitness girl stuff, I loved it myself. I loved it for a long time. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if you want to go there, we can go there too. But that's where we're not sure. That's where we're like, raw food meditation, bodybuilding, get bigger, I need to be more. These are two different things. I need to be my very best me is who I am. I need to be bigger and stronger. That's some outward reason why I need to be bigger and stronger. Am I going to be led from within or am I going to be led from without?
Well, I feel like I love working out that intensely. Like,
great. Well, I can show you some. I can show you. You haven't seen a conscious workout yet. You don't know what that is yet, and that's why we don't know how to compare. We're comparing apples and oranges, right? And I loved my workouts too. So it could be that this is also something that could be just a part of the cycle of life. And I say that there is a phase in life, like up until 35, hormone levels are different. At 35, hormone levels start to change. Now I'm approaching 50, my hormone levels are different. And because of that, when I was 25, I couldn't be in a room with a woman that was 25 and not be thinking certain things and not be able to manage myself. At 25, I couldn't. At 50, I can. And that's because there's a change in the hormone profile. This is what I call the cycle of life. When I'm 25, there's a certain impulse that's inside of me. And there's nothing wrong with following it. It's not bad. It's a part of my cycle of life. And then I come to another part of my life where my hormone profile is different, and it allows me to sit in the room and have a conversation with you now and say, hey, you know what? I'm sitting with an attractive female woman, but I know what I want. I know what I love, and I know where I'm going. So I'm not going to act on the impulse that this is an attractive female woman. So you can come to a division between what you're thinking and what you're acting on. But that's a different time of life.
And I also think that like, how can like, and let's try a conscious workout. And I would like to see, you know, a situation where like all of these can exist simultaneously, where it's like, I do have a lot of raw food in my diet. I am meditating daily, and my body is like so all of everything.
And if I'm driving it with high intensity workouts, it's going to affect my need for food. And that's where you're going to get a little bit of separation. Where can I survive on a raw food diet if I'm driving my workouts with high intensity?
No, it doesn't. No, I remember because I got off of raw, like, and this is where it's not going to be 100% raw food.
Right.
But what would you even suggest as like?
What's appropriate? Food? I would love to see if you could get it to one meal a day that was a cooked meal. Okay. And you could do fruits and vegetables for the others. I would like to see you there. But again, this is what I would like. It isn't about what I would like, Jillian. It's about what you would like. So I can only give you a suggestion. You can implement it. You can track your food. We can talk about it at the end of the week, and we can say, doesn't work. This is what happened. I had to eat a box of chocolates. I was craving it like crazy. It doesn't work, right? Maybe I got to change my workout. Maybe I got to do a conscious workout. Maybe I got to do 2 intense workouts and 2 conscious workouts and 2 yoga sessions.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how it's got to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to have to play with it a little bit to find out what's ideal for you. But we start by weigh in, measure, introduce you to an alternative workout, track your food, and then discuss the result. This is how we go. We got to have a system and a method that we got in place that we got to follow in order for us to move towards our goal.
Awesome.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So you're going to download the app.
Okay.
I would love to get you in for a weigh-in and measure and a meeting to do a conscious workout and maybe a meditation. If we can meet again maybe next week for another one, or a yoga and a meditation. And we're going to talk at the end of the week, and you're going to show me your username and password. I'm going to go in and look at your food, and we're going to talk about how you did.
Sure.
We'll start with like a recommendation to go raw food in 1 meal, Monday to Thursday, Friday night, relax, Saturday night, relax, Sunday night, relax, pick it up again Monday. Maybe on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're going to do your heavier workouts. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're doing conscious workouts and yoga. Maybe when you're taking in the relaxed meals, you can handle those 2 bigger, heavier workouts on Friday and Sunday. Maybe that's how it's going to fit into your life at 25.
Yep. Yep.
Maybe it's going to roll out something like that. We're going to have to watch and sort of see how it goes and make adjustments personally for you as we go.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Okay, cool. Love
Yeah.
it.
So I say, you look at your schedule. We can finish up over Messenger scheduling our first workout, meeting, meditation, and you're going to start tracking your food, and we can finish this up on Messenger. I feel like we got a good start on where we're going and what we need to do.
Yeah, I do too. Me too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wicked.
Awesome.
Ooh.
All right.
Thanks for your enthusiasm and bringing your joyous energy to this conversation. It's so loved and appreciated.
It's always fun to interact with you. Thank you.
Oh.
Great to see you again, okay?
See you again soon.
Okay, see you.
Bye, John.
Bye.